All right, it is official. It is indeed a Wednesday, me dudes. Actually, that meme's probably gonna get old at some point, or it isn't. It might just stay around for a really long time. But how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new stream. Today, I don't know what to do. Right, so like this is an interesting situation. Let me change the sound real quickly. There we go, that's better. I was gonna play Apex today, but then I played Apex a little bit before and I don't like World's Edge. I don't, and that's a bit of a problem because that's on rotation right now. So I'm kind of like, do I want to play Apex? Do I want to go to Titanfall maybe? Because that's also something I've been like kind of dying to play. But then again, like I don't know if like Titanfall story is like really long. Like I've actually heard that Titanfall 1 story is like kind of short. Let me actually see if I can like figure this out. Titanfall 1, how long to beat? Because if that's just like a single stream, I'm probably gonna be playing that. Let's see, how long is Titanfall? How long to beat? There's a really good site where you can just like check how long it takes. Cause like that's okay. So like my this is the thing. Like I might need to have. Oh, okay. It says like 6 hours. God dang boy. Wow. Completion is 109 hours. All playstyles. What the frick? That is insane. Oh, male probably completion is just like. Hold on. I'll show you here too. So this right here just says completion is like 109 hours from like 5 people. Main story is about 6 hours, 7 hours ish. Like 4 hours from Russia. Technically, we could do that in 2 streams. Yeah, maybe we can. Maybe we should. Maybe you know what? Fuck it. Let's go do that. Let's go do that. Because like the thing is like, I still enjoy Apex, but I sometimes just have like some troubles with it. But part of the reason why I do have some troubles with it is like, it is very dependent on. How do I put this? So like this always sounds like, oh man, you should just get better. Don't cry about it, man. It's like, yeah, kinda, but at the same time, nah. Because you know, with Apex, like there's a part that comes down to luck, but there's a part that comes down to skill, and there's a part that comes down to teamwork. And I hate it when like I'd say it's like 60-70% skill, 20-40% teamwork, and then 10% luck sort of thing. And let's see, just pay someone to play for you. No, I don't want to do that. If I don't like a game, I don't play it. Also, if it has it going. But like, so I really enjoy a game when it's like when I can put my skills to the test sort of thing. And whenever I fail because like it's because of me, I really don't mind. But like right now we have this new map, or this really old map which I've never played. It's called World's Edge, and it's like it's seriously stupid. And I know that I might probably like upset some people when I say that, because there's gonna be people like, oh my god, I started playing on World's Edge and it was like so good. It's like, yeah, dude, I don't care. I think it's stupid. You may think it's brilliant. I think it's stupid. Because for instance, so like I was playing a couple of games, so like this is not me saying like, oh, I like yeah, you can very easily counter this with like, GG, get better, man. What are you crying about? Get good. It's like, that's not the point. It's like, I enter into a flat, like a tall flat of buildings. It's like 3 stories high. I only found one single like shitty gun in there. It's like I enter one building in Olympus. There's like 3 like submachine guns there. Like what the fuck's going on? Like that's what I mean. It's like the map's stupid. You stand on a ledge, it just like slides you down. No other point in any other map does that. It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? Like I hate when I die because of those things. And I've had just like a couple of times today where I'm like, yeah, I just don't like World's Edge. I just won't play it because like I'll lose kills, like I'll fuck up my KD because of a fucking map that is a bit ridiculous. So yeah, I won't play it. But that's on rotation right now for like another couple of like minutes. So, like I think it will be still like an hour or so until we get Olympus back finally. So yeah. Fender says I'm doing okay. I'm just slowly moving like 570 gigs of games from my SSD to my HDD so I can install Windows on my SSD because I'm not going to re-download the games. Damn, dude, that is insane. Did you get a new hard drive, or did you just decide like, you know what, at this point in time I should probably just go for it. I should probably just like go and like move things around, because I have that too sometimes. I'm considering now too, maybe I should get like a SSD, because SSDs are so much faster. But watch out though, if you want to get storage, get it fast sort of thing, because most likely there will be a storage like shortage coming up, because there is a couple of cryptos coming up which require hold on, let me see if I can like find this article right here. Oh, I just decided to move my Windows to the SSD, which is very smart to do. Crypto proof of storage. Let me see if I can find this. I got my SSD on Christmas. Hell yeah, man. So let me see here. I have not seen this thing before, but like I think that this might be the one that we're looking for. Let's see. This might be the article right here. So let's go read this. So new cryptocurrency could kick off a SSD shortage. So new cryptocurrency could make hard drives and SSDs both difficult to find in the coming few weeks, courtesy of this new innovative mining method. I want to stress that I'm not sure these reports aren't themselves part of an effort to draw attention to a new cryptocurrency at a time when crypto is trending in general, but the Chia cryptocurrency appears to be real in so much as it is a 10,000 foot overview white paper you can download about the proof of space as opposed to proof of work. So I don't know that much about like crypto. Probably this article will explain it, but basically normally you'd have to like make your thing like your GPU run a lot, and now what you do is you like use storage. So most cryptocurrencies require you to perform work and reward you an amount of cryptocurrency proportionate to the amount of work you contributed. Chia rewards miners who dedicate huge amounts of storage space to the network. As the white paper states, a farmer's probability of winning a block is the percentage of the total space the farmer has compared to the entire network for each challenge. And there are 4,600. Why the fuck do you, like, I hate this comma sort of thing, because, like, it fucks up my 4,600. 4,608 chances to win a challenge per day on average. Like, I still find, like, the cryptocurrency value kind of weird, how that's given, but, you know what, fuck. The same white paper claims that farmers are known to farm a petabyte on a Raspberry Pi. That is insane. From what I gather, there's a 1-to-1 ratio between data capacity set aside for farming and the amount of data that's actually being farmed. This implies somebody somewhere is running a petabyte class storage arrays of a single Raspberry Pi. I can't say for certain anyone is doing this, but I can't find any record of it. It's possible to build like arrays like this. So yeah. Anyway, so like, I don't know if this is going to be coming up, but I've heard this more and more, especially when it comes to like other like tech channels that I follow. Like I have been hearing them talk about this more and more. So be aware if you need to get some storage and you're considering it, maybe get it now. Because I was thinking last year maybe I should like get my PC like when Zen 3 launches and when RTX 30 series launches, because then I can get something good and new, and otherwise I can get the old stuff for cheap. Well, guess who was wrong? And guess who can't buy a computer now? Me. So yeah, let me see. Villager says, I am slowly starting to dislike cryptocurrency more and more since it's partly at the fault of the shortage of PC tech. It partly is, but I do think that we're overestimating its importance, and again, I don't know much about that, but let's see. What if crypto was made illegal? That would make mining pointless, and thus scalpers would fuck off. Naya Slither in here, what's up, Serenus, how's it going? So, honestly, I don't necessarily think that it is very much, let's see, TSMC earnings report. Let me see if I can find this. I don't necessarily think it's all that much to do with crypto. Like, crypto definitely helps in making the situation worse, but I also think that there is there's such a large demand for chips right now that I think that crypto is like, when it comes to like the total amount of like GPUs that are made available, GPUs and CPUs that are made available, crypto does take a majority of that. But I think that, like, when you look at all the chips out there, I think that the like consumer CPUs and GPUs are like a small percentage of that. I'm not quite sure of that, but I think that I can find right here. There should be something right here about like this right here is like TSMC, one of the like major chip manufacturers. So as you can see right here, so they're making a lot of the revenue right here, 7 nanometer, 5 nanometer, 16 nanometer. So 7 nanometer and 5 nanometer are kind of like where it's at right now. Revenue by platform. So as you can see right here, let's see, automotive. So as you can see right here, so like we have smartphones revenues is going down. HPC, I'm not quite sure what that means, but you have automotive, Internet of Things, DCE, and others going down. Let me see. So what we can find here, because I'm actually just quite curious as like what percentage of business is from what sort of thing? Because you have, let's see, revenue by technology and revenue by platform. So let's see, HPC. I think HPC might be, oh no, home PC probably. So 35% of the chips, like of the chips that are being sold is like computer. I think that that's HPC, because I do still think that PC has like a majority share. Then again, I don't know. It's not my report, but I do think that that's what it means. So as you can see right here is that like smartphones still is a majority that they make. Of the computers, I do think that crypto miners and like are an important part, play an important part. Not just in like taking away the supply that there is, but also they are raising up the prices. Because the thing is, if I just buy a card, or if I just buy a CPU that I just play games on, I don't want to spend, I want to spend a certain amount of money on that, but not too much. Because if I can get it like later and I can get it for a couple $100 cheaper, like I'd rather get it for a couple $100 cheaper. Or, you know, let's say that, hey, you know, I could buy this card for 300, but now it's like 600 or 700. I will not buy that because I could just as well like buy a console and like 10 games. However, if this is going to be a thing where I make money from, then every day that I don't have that card, I will not make money. So that means that every single day that I don't have that card, I will lose money. So if this card is going to be like through a scalper is going to be like $500 or $600 more expensive, and let's say that I earn like $200 or $100 a day, then that means that like basically like that is a really good thing, because right now I can buy this, it's gonna be way more expensive, but in like a week I'll have that cost out of it. So that is the way that like they're also driving up the prices. They're like, especially the secondhand market, they're really keeping up demand, especially for the things that are being made. That said, it's just that like supplies have just been so limited. There was recently a Steam hardware survey about the RX about just what hardware people are using, and the RX 6000 AMD graphics cards are just not in the list yet. It's like people are just like, it's so hard to get your hands on just anything right now because like so little is being produced. So yeah. Let's see. Tyranna says, I'm waiting in the kitchen so I can make some food. Hell yeah, man. I hope you can make yourself some good food. I hope you're having a good dinner today. Also, I managed to get through the doctors as well. I hope you're all good, man. I hope everything went right at the doctors. Let's see. Fair to set to mind, you have to have big GPU power, and the miners buy all the GPUs all the time, and then the common folk can't buy the GPUs because some shitheads just want to mine because they can't do anything else to get money. What if NVIDIA made a GPU so that the processor in it physically couldn't mine? Would that make it crypto proof? They tried that, but people will find workarounds, again, because there's so much money involved. It's like, literally, if you, like, even if you restrict something, like, people will be able to find a way around it, especially if it's like, hey, if you find a way around this, you'll make money. So, honestly, I am not opposed to people making money. And I also think that, like, right now, it is, like, really heightened that, like, oh, shit, we can't get our cards. I really wonder, though, like, how much of this is really down to crypto, because I don't know the statistics. But I also feel that there's such a high demand. Like, look at, for instance, at like consoles. There's still no way to get consoles here, okay? So if I go to Amazon right here, let me go and show this. So if I go to Amazon right here, if I go to accept cookies, and if I go to PlayStation 5. So a PlayStation 5 should have nothing to do with mining, because you can't mine on a PlayStation 5. But if I look for a PlayStation 5 console, it is not available on Amazon right now. I can't buy that. If I go to the Xbox Series X right here, Xbox Series X, again, stupid name Microsoft, but look at that. Like the Series S, right here, there's no X. X does not exist. So if I go here to like the Series S right here, it says if I want to buy it, it doesn't even show me if I could buy it. It just says like there's no options. It's not available right now. So you can't buy the consoles at this point in time. So that means that even if like these consoles are not affected by miners. These consoles are affected by people that are at home and want to buy like entertainment because they're not going on vacation right now. They're stuck at home and they want to go and play some games. And they have a little bit of money extra because they're not going out as much and they want to go buy something. And at the same time, you have the chip shortage where there aren't just enough chips to go around. So I think that yes, miners very much influence like the price going up with the scalpers. Yes, miners influence like the amount of cards that are being bought and such. But at the same time, I don't think that if miners were to go away, that this were to like completely solve the entire crisis. It might alleviate a little bit, but I don't think it would be entirely solve it unless like it's such a big thing anyway. Let's say, well, might be anemic. Oh shit, or have thyroid problems. I gotta do fish exercise on my knee. Oh damn, dude. I hope you'll like be able to figure out exactly what it is and then treat it. No, the way that the video did was a lazy one. As I understood, it was some software type stuff, not hardware level. You can't hack hardware the size of 5 nanometers. I don't think you can like hardware level like change that, because again, like the hardware is supposed to. Again, I don't know how mining necessarily entirely works, and I don't know exactly like how GPUs work to like the core level, but I do think that like if there are certain tasks that like a GPU can do, like I think it's gonna be really hard to restrict like a specific task in hardware level, because like seriously, like that is software done sort of thing. Like you have a set of hardware, and the software can instruct the hardware like what it can do, but like you can't, like I don't think that you can say like, oh, we don't use this chip right here, we're just like block that, because then you can't mine on it. Like what if that chip is also, what if that thing is also being used for 3D rendering, 3D modeling, for playing RTX? It's like, I think that that's going to be like way harder to deal with. And at the same time, I don't think that this is what we want. I think that this would be absolutely devastating if they would do this. And I'll tell you right now why this would not be something, even if this would be possible, why this would be a really, really bad thing if we were to have a hardware locked mining card. And the reason why is that they would then go and make a specific dedicated mining card. Now you're wondering, why is that a problem? Well, that's a problem because, I mean, like, first of all, they're gonna make that for sure. They're already making mining cards already. And why? Because, like, there's money to be made. And, like, I have no problem with people making money. If people want to go, like, crypto mine, if people want to go and, like, sell cards to, like, people that crypto mine because they can make money, go ahead, make money. However, this is the problem. If people go ahead, like Nvidia has already been doing, like they've already announced a crypto card, they've already released a crypto card, but this is a problem. Crypto cards do not have display ports. Crypto cards do not have any other function but to mine cryptocurrencies. And what is going to happen in about 2 years' time when a new generation comes around is that generation is going to be absolutely useless, and all these like miners are going to want to buy new cards. And I understand that, because that is going to be the new best way to mine. And if I get this article right here, if we read this article right here, I think that this is somewhat similar, where they say, let's see, so a farmer's probability of winning a block is the percentage of the total space compared to the entire network. So like, I don't know much about mining, but if I read this article, it seems like in order to like to get value, you need to like perform to a certain standard compared to the rest of the network. So if you are in like competition to like make as much money as you can for mining, compared to like other people around you, and they upgrade to the next generation, you don't want to be behind. So everyone's going to want to upgrade. And that means that all these cards, all these old cards, are going to need to go away. But what is going to happen is like, you can't use those cards that don't have display ports, that don't have drivers. You can't use them to play games. You can't use them for 3D modeling. You can't use them for any other workflow other than crypto mining. And what's going to happen is these cards are just going to be worthless. They're just going to be thrown out there, and they're just going to be away. And that's something which happened last time with the crypto boom, is that even though like we suffered at the moment like problems, nothing compared to what we have right now, afterwards all these cards kind of like flooded the market, and they were like super cheap cards to buy. So I think that long term it is just better if they just continue to use regular cards, because if they use regular cards, that means that next generation will be able to buy those very cheaply secondhand. And I know that that's something that Nvidia and AMD don't want, because then that means that you have a secondhand option. You don't buy the brand new thing. But again, it goes against like just throwing the card in like the waste, or having someone use that. So I think that that's a very important thing. And like I think that yes, they are taking up a big demand. They are raising the price, but at the same time, I don't think, especially if you look at right here, that the fact that you can't get a console right now, a gaming console, the fact that you can't get a game console right now shows that it's not just the miners. Because if it was just the miners, then you could buy a game console right now. You can't, like Europe, it's impossible to get a new generation console. They've just been sold out from the start. And I think that if miners were not here, probably PC parts would have still been the exact same way. Maybe the like price would have been like a little bit lower, but scalpers still. So like if people want to get their hands on it, probably would have been the same prices too. So yes, they influence it in a bad way, but I also think that like they don't take all the blame. It is just like a very unfortunate timing. So yeah, almost every year in the first 2 quarters, the GPU price skyrocket because the scalpers need more GPUs because they just sold their crypto for real money. They make mining cards, yet miners buy the normal cards because there are more of them. But again, that's a good thing. Like in the long term, that is a good thing, because these cards come on the market then later on, and we can buy them for cheap, because all these miners will push these cards out, and at that point in time, like no other miner will want to use these cards, and like if you can buy them for cheap, like if those were miner cards, like no one can use them anymore. So that is something which I think is really important. This is why I think that like we shouldn't want miner cards. We should just want a good supply of chips, which right now has just been shit, because, you know, situations in the world. And I think that, like, right now, there's, like, a lot of push, especially when it comes from, like, Western countries like the US and the EU, to, like, actually make their own chip like make more chip like facilities to like manufacture more chips, because like right now it is super bad. Medical facilities are losing out on devices. Car factories are being shut down. There are so many things in this world which aren't happening, and that's not just necessarily because of like miners, but yeah. But the ordinary customers also want the latest tech, but they can't afford them when the cars cost more than their rent. But again, that's not due to the miners. That's the miners influence a little bit, but it's not due to the miners, because if it was just the miners, then consoles would not be affected. But consoles are affected just in the same way. If you want to buy a console right now, it's gonna cost you twice as much because you can't buy them. So I do not believe that if all the miners were to disappear, that we were to have like MSRP, you can buy this card right now. I don't think so, because you're still gonna have scalpers, and they know that the supply is so limited that they can get away with it. Look at the consoles. The miners will still be fucking the prices when the shortage. Not really. It really depends on like what the supply will be, because I know like if you run a company like Nvidia, like AMD, you are not benefiting from these higher prices. You are not benefiting from these higher prices that retailers or scalpers put out there, because you are still selling those cards at MSRP. So for you, it makes no difference for your profit margins as to whether a card for a scalper gets sold for twice the price or just the regular price. So what they want, what you would want if you have a company that's selling something, and like you don't want to like not be able to sell something to some, like you don't want to have people with money in their hands stand before you and it's like, I want to buy your thing, and you just have to say like, yeah, I can't give it to you. That is bad. So I think that they will definitely be scaling up. Like when these shortages end, like I think that they're gonna end for a good long time. Again, I don't have a lot of experience in this field. It's like one of the first couple of major shortages that I've like been a part of, especially because I want to buy something right now. However, Nvidia AMD want to be like able to just produce cards for everyone that wants to buy them, whether you're a miner or whether you're a gamer or whether you're like a content creator, whether you're a graphic artist. No matter, like if you have money that you want to spend on your card, they want your money and they want to give you a card because that's in their best interest. This right here, where there are shortages, is not in their best interest because it makes no sense. Like they're not profiting off of this. So this right now, like it's just like these shortages. Like I think like blaming this all on miners is it's not true. Like miners play a part. They definitely do play a part, and especially when it comes to like if the SSD shortages are gonna happen, like that will definitely be like a miner related thing. But then again, I don't think that the GPU shortages and CPU shortages can be entirely pointed down to miners. Look at consoles. I think that that is a pretty important thing. If you look at the consoles right here, like you can't mine on a console. Like you can't mine on like car shortages are there too. So yeah, remember the Cryptominers making the price quadruple every year for like 5 years when the GTX 10 series was the main thing? I mean, I could still buy them. I like 2 years ago I was still able to buy a card MSRP. Right now, there's no card that I can buy MSRP because store shelves are empty. I can, like, 2 years ago, you could go to a store and buy a card MSRP at the store. You can't do that right now. Of course, the prices go up when you go into, especially when you want to, like, buy new secondhand sort of thing. When you, like, miss the thing. But, generally, if, like, cards are still being sold at MSRP if you can get your hands on it. I mean, then again, EVGA and MSI are raising prices because they can. I mean, like, I can't blame them for it, but it's not really nice. But, yeah. Anyway, so that is something where I'm not happy with, like, the miners either, in a sense. But at the same time, I don't think, first of all, that you can blame people for wanting to make money. And secondly, I don't think that, like, they are the sole cause. Because the sole cause is just, like, the main cause is just that there is not enough to go around. And people just can't make money and there's such a high demand. Let me see, like, is there any way, hold on, let me see if I can find this TSMC, 2021 report. But yeah. But it also depends when the cryptocurrencies go up and down. It does, but that's mainly on, like, the second-hand market sort of thing. So, or, like, no, the scalper market. So the shortages will always be there. I think that the main difference will be, is that scalpers will actually be able to sell their cards at 2 or 3 times the price if miners are interested in buying cards, because it makes more sense. Like, they can actually afford that because they'll burn that money back, whereas you won't because you just want to buy a card to play games. That's where the difference comes from. But that is not the cause of the shortage. That's just the cause of like the prices hiking for scalpers. And you don't want to like actually in like if there is no shortage, you don't want to buy secondhand or like new secondhand from a scalper, because you just should be able to go to MSI. Actually, you can't quite go there, but like you should be able to like go to a retailer and get it right from the retailer at MSRP. Just because right now like they're raising that, so it's a very shit way of making money. Because it actually no, I don't think so. I really don't like. I don't think like it makes less of a benefit to common customers. I mean, like you can argue that with anything. It's like when I'm streaming right here, like you could say, oh, that's a really shit way because I'm using a microphone right here. I'm using a microphone right here. This could have been used by someone that could be singing a song in their free time. It's like, no. It's like if I can buy something, like, and I want to make money with that, I think that that's my own business. And I think that people should be perfectly in their right to like use the things that they own to make money. And if there's something that can make you a lot of money, I mean, people should be able to buy it. It's like, it's not a crime that they buy it. It's just that they buy it at like a way higher price than you're able to afford it. And like, and that I want to be able to spend on it. Like, that's just a thing. It's like, I don't think that they're in the wrong for like wanting to like make money. It's like, if you had a chance to make money with your computer, would you not like want to take that? And if you had like the money then to spend on like, oh, let me buy something else. And let me like, it's kind of like in games, you can like power up something so you can like increase your XP rate. Or if you can like buy something like, yeah, I mean, wouldn't you? So yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's such a bit, I don't think it's such a big scale though. Like, it is a big scale, but like, again, just look at like, I don't think it is as big a scale as you think it is when it comes to like the effect on the chips. Because yes, it is a big part on like how many GPUs are being taken away. But these GPUs would already be taken away. Maybe you had a bigger chance, but it would still be that you couldn't go to a store and buy one as MSRP because like everything is really low in stock. Because like the chips are just really low in stock. It's like, it's not because of miners that cars can't be made. It's not because of miners that consoles can't be sold. It's not because of miners that like medical equipment, that's not because of that. It's just that like there is very little allocation of chips towards CPUs and GPUs, just as there is very little allocation of chips towards other industries. And that very little allocation that there is, like that is the shortage. That is the shortage. It's not just a GPU shortage. It's like a chip shortage. So everything is short. So in like when we get out of the shortage, then that should mean that the supply of GPUs, just like the supply of cars, just like the supply of medical equipment, just like the supply of consoles, should increase to allow everyone to buy something. And at that point in time, people can mine. It's like totally fine. I don't mind. I don't mind what you use your card for. Why should people be like not allowed to buy a card if they use it for this way or if they use it for that way? Like, I find that a bit weird. If we just solely look at like GPUs and CPUs, if we just solely look at that thing, yes, they take up a large part. But I do wonder when it comes down to like, at what point are we talking? Are we talking about like the initial sale from like from like the retailer? If you're talking about the like initial sale from the retailer, I think that's anyone's game. Of course, you're gonna have people that will buy bots to like jump into that, but that could just as well be scalpers as they can be miners, because both have a financial incentive. Because both have this idea, both have this thing where they can put money towards a bot to like, you know, get the thing earlier and then sell it and make money of it. But so, even like with the way that people are combating bots, because there is ways that they're like trying to like limit that down, I think that's still like more or less anyone's game when it comes to like, if you buy it from the retailer, if you're like one of the lucky few that could buy it from the retailer or pre-order it, which you can, because like these cards have to come from somewhere, someone's gonna order them from retail. I don't think that miners right there are such a big impact, because like you have an equal chance as one of these other people to like buy one, unless they're using bots, which is kind of like false playing, but like they're trying to combat that. So the only big part as like where they're influencing the actual prices, where they are influencing the prices, is if you don't buy it from the retailer, but you buy it from someone that bought it and it's selling it on. So like new secondhand. And that is just, I'm like, at that point in time, yes, they're raising it, but at the same time, it's also like new secondhand. It's gonna be high regardless. It might have been lower if it wasn't for miners, but at the same time, it would have still been high anyways, because you're gonna have so many people that want to buy a card, just as so many people want to buy a new console. So, Nico, what's up, man? How's it going? MSRP doesn't exist for ordinary customers in the GPU market. I mean, it doesn't exist for ordinary customers just as well as for GPU miners. or like for crypto miners. I can become a crypto miner if I just turn on my software. I like the people that are crypto miners. I don't like. I'm pretty sure that they're not like, they don't have like a direct link to Nvidia or AMD to be like, hey, can you give me, because to these companies, these people are just the exact same. They don't care if they're like, they don't care if they're actually using their cards to mine, because like to them it's only, we want to sell these cards. Actually, like I might even expect that crypto miners might be a worse customer for AMD or Nvidia, because if they use their cards very like they might actually be more using their cards warranty to send it into servers, and then like they'll have to pay, even if it's still like their fault sort of thing. Like I don't know what the warranty is that these retailers give, these like board integrators, system integrators, or like these integrators, or the manufacturers like AMD, Nvidia, or like the integrators. But if they give a warranty, it is more likely that someone that is a miner, because of their prolonged use, will actually make use of that warranty rather than someone that games on it like 1 or 2 hours a day. And that is a big difference, because that will still require a lot of costs of like service people that will have to answer the phone. It will require a lot of costs for people that have to service the thing. It will require a lot of costs of replacing the parts if that actually falls into warranty, or if that doesn't fall into warranty, it will still cost money for like servicing these people, for like getting the card, noticing that, oh shit, this is not, and then sending it back. So I can imagine that they'd rather not sell, they'd rather sell to someone that just plays it once or twice a day, like 1 or 2 times a day, and then just like doesn't really use it, because we don't have to worry about that and we still get our money. So I don't think that there is like, they're getting that. Anyway, let's see. In Estonia, the cheapest brand new 3060 is 1280 euros, so 2.5 times more than MSRP. But where are you buying it from? Like, that's the thing. Like, you're not like, where are you? Like, that's where compare two difference. The current time where both scalpers and shorters effect versus the time before shortages, like 2019, where there's many scalpers making the price move. Let's see. But yeah, Mika, I'm doing great. How are you? But like right now, okay. So let me see here. So yeah, this right here. I mean, this right here, like we have it here too. It's like $1,700 for like a 3070. 1,700 euros for a server. But that's because we're buying from Amazon. We're not directly buying from like the people like. I wonder, like this means that this means being sold through someone. So let me see who it's being sold through. Bora Computer. This person is selling it. Let's see. So this right here again is like someone that's bought it and that's selling it because they can. And whether it is you or a miner, if this company, let's see, I'm fairly certain that the PC tech that Research Estonia has sold over 10 times over. Yeah, but like the thing is like, okay, so actually this is a water cooled card. So this might actually be like, I don't know how reasonable this is because it is a water cooled card. But I still think it's a way too insane price for a 3070. You should probably not, you should never buy a 3070 for this. But there are two things right here. So first of all, what we see right here is that this right here is not being sold for Amazon. This is being sold through another provider sort of thing, another store. So this thing right here, Bora Computer. Let's see if we can find out. Bora Computer. What kind of like thing is that? They actually have an Instagram page that shows up before. Wow. Okay, so that is curious. Bora Computer is technically, as far as I can tell. All right, this seems shady. This seems shady as fuck. What is there like? Bora Computer, IT services and computer repair. So yeah, this doesn't really seem like your electronics. Like, look at that. Like, yeah, that's not good. So this right here is already fucking shady, right? This is not your regular store. This is not your regular store, and I like this is not something where like, yeah, these people are just like raising the price because they can. So let's see if we can find another one. RDX 3070. Let's go take a look. Say now other things show up. Now we have a 1,500 euro one. Let's go take a look. 1,500 euro one. So this one right here, it says they're only available from the 2nd of July 2021. That's curious. So you can pre-order them right now, which is curious. But yeah, where are we buying them from? That is something that I'm curious about. It's sold through MemoCow. Fuck yeah. So this right here, MemoCow. Let's see. Mimo Cow right here. Let's see if we can find them. Mimo Cow on Amazon. Mimo Cow. Anyone use them? Okay, so like this is one thing which I like. I kind of knew about Amazon, but like again, it's like Amazon doesn't always like. Amazon is not your retail store. Amazon is kind of like a collection of like people that can like that will sell things on there, and not all of them will have like an actual store. So let's see. What is like a retail store which is like well known? I don't know. Let's see. RTX 3080. Maybe you can use that. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, 3,000 euros. Cause fuck, anyone wants to pay for 3,000 euros for that? Fuck yeah. This right here is being sold for Interstore. Interstore. Can I learn more about Interstore? Are you a company that sells things? Yeah, look at that! We found a company! Oh my god, this is the first actual Interstore. Oh my god, this is the wrong one! Oh my god, Interstore Electronic RTX 3080. Wow, I completely messed that up. Alright, now I got 3080 stuff. Interstore Electronics. See if we can find something about that. The Interstore. Wow, okay, that is not something I'm going to be looking into then. Interstate Electronics, right. So, these things seem actually like super shady. If I see, actually this comes from, again, like, the offerings that we have right now is like kind of shady. But again, like, how do you get your parts right now? Do we have anything? Okay, so this right here, this is not legit. This right here, this is being sold through Hamburg Group. Oh my god. So like literally like basically all the trustworthy things are just like sold out pretty much. But yeah. And even stores here that officially got cards from the video will triple the price. Yeah, because they can right now. So hold on, I kind of want to, let me see this. If I go to the video right here, official site. Products. GeForce graphics cards. Let me go take a look here. Buy everything. Buy a 30 series card. See all options for buying. Right. Right. Okay. So the only option they say for buying is like buying an entire PC. That's wonderful. So that, okay, so this is something where I'm like, I feel that we might have to see a certain change in the landscape where possibly companies like Nvidia, AMD, or like any like card integrator sort of thing should look towards directly selling, because then they can ensure that they have the same price. Now, like I don't think that like if I am a crypto miner, like I'm gonna be the same as like a streamer sort of thing, or the same as like a gamer sort of thing, because like I will like, unless I am crazy corrupt sort of thing, and like I have special people that I know for special places, most likely I'm just gonna be just like you. Like that's one thing we gotta watch out for, because a lot of times when we like have people that like we see as like that are impeding like what we want to do, we kind of see them as like people other than ourselves, and we like, oh yeah, they have the connections, oh yeah, they know, they can do that, or they'll do that. It's like most likely they're more like ourselves. So if we don't have like the ability to buy directly from buy directly from the MSRP price from these manufacturers, but we have to go for retail stores, then they have to do that as well. And as long as there are retail stores that can like basically just raise up the price, then that problem lies at the retail stores, and like miners are suffering from the same thing. I think that if Nvidia would be able to come around and say like, we're selling this from MSRP from our own side, then like these retail stores would not go as high. At the same time, nothing is stopping from Nvidia from like raising the price as well, because they can. And that's just down to like how much demand there is. And Yes, like, I'm not disagreeing with you that miners play a big part, but I do disagree, or like, I do not think that miners are the sole cause, and I think that there is a way larger, bigger deal. That is just like the entire chip shortage, which isn't miners. That is just chip shortage, and we see that case in point with something very closely related. Anyway, let's and they still sell 10 series cards for double or twice for that they don't have a hope to sell in help to sell because they can't understand the concept of reducing price of all tech. I mean, people are apparently buying them. Like, that's the thing. They are being sold. If you go to ebay.com, it is being sold, I guess. Let's see. Or GTX 1080. GTX 1080. Do we have a way of like checking like what was the last sold sort of thing? Oh, accepts offers, buy it now, condition. Wait, 1080 for 125? 1080 for 360, 311, 850. So it's like, I kind of want to see, like, can you see eBay recently sold? Is that a way where we can, like, something we can see? Let's see, easily check sold prices. Go eBay mobile app? Fuck that, I want to use the thing. Using a computer. Fuck yeah, go to eBay. Search for anything. Look for sold items. That is under show only. So here, brand, features, connectors, APIs, conditions, buying format, show only, sold items. Completed items, sold items. Alright. So here we go. So, there's the thing. People are buying them. Back to the chip shortage. I'm mainly ignoring the chip shortage as a factor in the story because we have had GPU overpricing by scalpers before the shortage. I will never understand all this digital coin stuff. So, like, they are being sold. Now, the reason why I think it's an important thing to keep in mind, also I think this is way too happy. Fuck off. Thank you. That song, don't anyone else. The reason why I do bring it up, is because, first of all, like, 2018, when we had the 2018 shortage sort of thing, it was the first time that really had come around. The 2018 was the first, like, big boom of crypto. That means that it was something that was unprecedented, and it is very, like, something that hasn't happened before is very hard to prepare for because you don't know when it's going to happen. Even if, in retrospect, it seems like it makes sense, a lot of times, like, at the point in time, that doesn't make sense. So, that is something which, like, that's something where, like, the unprecedented nature of it is something which should be very much kept in regard. So, I think that, let's say that this chip shortage wasn't here, then this could have played at a very different part. And the reason why I think the chip shortage is very important is because it is way more influential than the miners even are. Even if the miners are as influential as the 2018 one, which very well could be, but I don't think that we can even tell from right now, just because if you look at consoles, they're being completely sold out for months as well. So it's like, there is no miner that is buying consoles, and consoles are facing the exact point-to-point situation as computers are. So that means that, like, regardless of miners, that would have been the same. Now that doesn't mean that miners have no effect. Miners do have an effect, but I don't think that you can, like, just say, like, oh, this is all due to miners, because literally, like, consoles are the same thing. And this right here, the eBay listings, maybe, like, I can't understand though if you are mining that you would buy an $800 like 1080 Ti, but like people are fucking buying them for like $1,000. It's insane, absolutely insane. So yeah. Let's see right here. I will never understand the digital coin stuff. Let's say secondhand GPUs, yes, you can find them for MSRP or less, but the stores here are selling brand new 10 series cards for double the price because they want their money back because they bought them back at launch. Also, a big deal is that they buy, what is it? What's the word for it? Packages, sort of thing. So what stores have to deal with right now is that NVIDIA or AMD says the people that have cards, the people that manufacture cards, basically, what they say is like, yes, you can buy our 3060, 3070, 3080, but you're also gonna have to buy 100 power supplies. Otherwise, you can't get your 3080. Like the buy-in deals. Because like what they have, and I think this is more true with like the like card integrator sort of thing, and not like the NVIDIA and AMD. I think it's more like MSI, UFGA, Gigabyte, those people. It's like they'll just be like, yeah, you know, we get like 100, like we got an entire stock of motherboards that no one wants right now. So what we'll do is, okay, if you want to buy our cards to retail, you're also gonna have to buy our motherboards, which don't sell. If you don't want to buy those, then you can't buy our graphics cards. And because stores are like, yeah, we want to, there's a huge demand for it, they'll go for it, and they'll raise the prices to like cut out the cost of like the motherboards that no one wants. So that is something which I think also plays a big part in that. Yeah. When it comes to like the digital coin stuff, it is like in a part I don't understand the entirety, but at the same time I can also see that it's like not that real, not that different from money, because money at the same time is also just like an illusionary thing sort of thing. Because like money, it's like, okay, so what's real about money? It's like, well, bank accounts are literally just like digits. It's just data. It's like literally just numbers on like a file, but like it equates to real money, right? But then like what is real money? It's like pieces of paper and like metal coins. It's like, okay, so like literally I can remake those coins, and that piece of paper doesn't really have the same value as money, just like bits don't have. So it's like, so yeah. So where does that money come from? Like it's a gold standard. That's kind of like the thing which people are letting go, like countries are letting go, but it used to be the main thing that's like it was tied to the gold standard. So all the pieces of money like refer to like a certain amount of gold, which like the country had, so that if you had like technically you could replace that money for gold sort of thing. However, what is the gold standard based off? That's literally just the value of gold. And where do we determine the value of gold? It's like how much gold there is in the world. And it's like, there is so much more gold out in space that technically you could say that the amount of gold that could be out in the universe could be infinite, because we don't know how big the universe is, and we don't know how much gold there could be in the entirety of the universe. So the moment that there's like infinite gold is pretty much the same as being able to like infinitely make as many digital coins as you can, because like it's both infinite, so it's all like perceived value. But because gold is something that you can touch and you can have and you can quantify, like how much gold do we have on Earth, you can quantify that, you can weigh that, and you can divide that. But the way that like crypto is done, I don't know that much about it, but like the way that it's done, it's like it feels weird to people that like come from like the non-digital world, and even for people that are like somewhat digital but aren't into crypto, it still feels weird. Then again, I do think that the basic underlying principles are sort of somewhat similar, because again, like gold is, we say it's a gold standard, like it's really strong, but again, like let's say that like we were to discover like an entire planet made out of gold and we could mine that, and like we'd have like a planet-sized mountain of gold would just become dirt cheap. So yeah. Cryptocurrencies is more stable than real money, more unstable like real money than like the euro. Yeah, because like also because like a lot of people just like invest in it as like stocks, and people love to do that. And like I probably would do that too. Like I think that like more people go into crypto because they want to invest in it like stocks because there's huge gains, rather than that they want to like invest in it as like money. So like the thing with euros, the thing with dollars, is people actually use that as money. People actually get paid in that. They actually pay people for that, and they actually like to have that. It's not when I get my euros, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like exchange that for dollars really quickly because the dollar is gonna because the dollar is the actual money that I use, but the euros are just like used to rise up or something. That's not really the way that crypto works for a lot of people, I think. Like, there are people that are like, oh, yeah, I believe in crypto, but, like, where can you buy things with crypto? Where can you buy things with Doge? Where can you buy things with, like, Bitcoin or Ethereum? Where can you do that? It's, like, very limited amount, very limited, like, shops that you can do. And dollars are actually being accepted. So if you go ahead, like, I think that a lot of people is like, I'm going to get into, like, Doge right now. I'm going to get into, like, Bitcoin. I'm going to get into this. I'm going to hold out for as long as, like, it goes up. And then when it goes up to a point where I'm happy with, I'm just going to exchange it all. I'm going to get dollars. And, like, that's going to be the real money. So people, like, kind of engage it as real money, but not really. Also, you have a full mullet now? Yeah, like, the hair is getting really fucking long. Like, seriously. And, like, honestly, like, I just like wearing the hats because otherwise, like, the thing will just get, like, entirely in my face. So yeah, I'm kind of waiting for that point in time when it's just like, you know, when it just falls back like this and like I can just like have it hang down sort of thing. But yeah, right now it's just, I don't know, this might work too, but I kind of like to like not have hair around my ears when I'm having headphones on, so I could also just do it like this. But again, like that kind of looks weird, eh? Or doesn't it? Does this look good? Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So yeah. Oh boy. Let's see. What shall we do? What shall we do? What shall we do? It might just be the time that Apex has changed globe rotation. Let me go take a look. Because I don't think we're gonna get ready for Titanfall right now. Even though Titanfall looks kinda cool. Let me go take a look. So yeah, Miko, what have you been up to, man? What have you been up to? Because we've been talking a lot of like hardware, PC hardware and stuff. But like, what have you been up to? What's been going on? What's been on with Mika the last few days, the last week? What is what's the topic you want to discuss and have a hefty debate about? So this was a headache of a topic to walk through. It was interesting. It was interesting to discuss. It was interesting to go through. And I'm sorry if I came across like a little bit much like, oh, this is the way I think it is, because it is. It's kind of weird to like argue in the text and voice form sort of thing, because like I have to read the thing, like you can't really interject. I can't really see your reaction. I do think you're right, especially like on eBay. These prices really shoot up. And because like the eBay price shoot up, like basically retailers are almost not limited to say like, oh yeah, we want to make it shoot up. But I think that the shortages are playing a really big part. But like time will tell. Time will tell. Unfortunately, they're saying that most likely it will continue to go on until like 2022, which I am super sad about, because I want. They recently. Okay, my. So recently a game came out on the PlayStation 5, which is PlayStation 5 exclusive, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with PlayStation 5 exclusives? Like literally. Most of the time, exclusives should be out there to like encourage people to like go and buy the console so they can play the game. You can't buy the console, so like that game is literally gonna have piss poor sales because the only like the 20 people that actually got that console will be able to play it. It's like it's so ridiculous. Right now is like the worst time to go out for a new generation exclusive. And if this continues, oh my god, like I think we're going to be approaching, like, first of all, we're half a year into like the new generation of consoles, but we might go for like the first year of the consoles where like literally you can't buy anything. This might be like the worst console generation to actually like play on, sort of thing, to actually like make games for. Anyway, do you want to go play some Apex games? Let me know what you guys feel like, because we're back in Olympics, and I'm actually like, wow, Olympics only 32 minutes. No way, that's so sad. Let me see. Do we learn anything about rotation, sort of thing? I really don't know, but let me know if you guys feel like it. Because I can actually take it or leave it. I don't know. Do I even feel like playing Apex? I have no idea. Because like the thing is like, man, play it for a bit today. Don't know. Maybe don't feel like it. What else? Well, we're at Zero Dawn tomorrow, or like, no, tomorrow's Framecast. Hold on, did we do a Framecast last week? I don't think we did. So that means tomorrow's gonna be Framecast. I think so. All right, tomorrow's gonna be Framecast. Fuck yeah! Woo! Framecast time. We can talk about more of this stuff. Oh man, actually, like, let me take a look, because I think there was something else. By the way, speaking of like PlayStation, Sony and Sony and Discord have gotten into a deal. So yeah, the Diamond Planet 55 Kankari E is made of carbon, as the density twice of Earth. The temperature and pressure of the planet is so high that astronomers estimated it must be full of diamonds. Oh man, like diamonds is a weird thrill as well, because diamonds technically, I think that diamonds can be way cheaper, but they're like the price being kept artificially high. Diamond price artificially high. Let me see, because I think there is a bit about that. Let's see. Now let me go to like the really great minds and the really great work of the internet. Let me go here to Quora, which should be able to answer my question. Is the high price of diamonds artificially created by leading diamond companies limiting their supply? In a word, no, not anymore. Here's the pertinent history of De Beers, the company that once held the monopoly on rough diamonds worldwide. In the years after De Beers was founded in 1859, the company experienced many stages of phenomenal growth, notably on their management of Sally Rhodes and Barney Barnado. There's an extra summary here. On one of De Beers' great strategies in the early years after the company was firmly established in the late 1800s was the idea of carefully governing supply while increasing demand through marketing to the general public. This created an ingenious management system whereby hold diamonds in stock when demand was slow and release diamonds more quickly when demand was higher. This overall strategy was successful in its ability to protect buyers of diamonds, including cutters, wholesalers, and everyone, and create enough of a solid foundation that diamond dealers of all kinds could invest in diamonds without the fear of losing their shirts the next day if prices suddenly plummeted for any reason. The stability of the new industry allowed it to grow and helped to make possible for diamonds to become what it is today, a symbol of love and permanence. In my opinion, as someone in the industry since 1979, the monopoly was beneficial and has been the main reason to the trend that the diamond value increased every year by year. This benefits customers as well as the industry. In 1999, after many years of the falling market share among rising competition and among concerns about conflict diamonds, the enormous consortium of companies that make up the bears decided to change their strategy from managing cartel, as many of us in the industry called it, to supplier of choice in their own words. The change and shift meant that from controlling a large majority of the diamond rough in the past to only being a large member of the larger world market. Since they are no longer a clear monopoly on the world of the diamond industry, they no longer have controlling power over the marketplace. Also, with the enormous size of the world diamond demand, the market is stable enough to whether most any player entering the field is ensuring sufficient stability for the industry leaders and consumers can be assured that the value of the purchases are safe from huge sudden fluctuations such as happens in the stock markets. If you're waiting to buy until diamond prices go down someday, don't hold your breath. That is curious. So I remember a story about a company finding so much gold or was it diamond that decided not to sell it all in the fear that it would reduce the value. Let's see. Diamonds are rare naturally because it needs some very specific conditions to make carbon into a specific crystal. I thought there was like a story to company to only use artificial diamonds. Here. This is one. So Pandora, world's largest jewelry maker, will no longer use mined diamonds. So, like, the thing is, right now, people can make them. Probably this process was, like, quite expensive. But the thing basically was that they will no longer use mined diamonds. They said Tuesday that it's launching a first collection created with manufactured in labs diamonds. It moves to aim towards a more affordable, accessible, and sustainable thing. So basically, like, they've already been doing that for, like, a long time. They said they have the same optical, chemical, and thermal, and physical characteristics as like the normal ones, but they're made with 60% new renewable energy. Like, I think that's just like easier for them to like do that. So technically, like, my diamonds right now are more of like a thing that like people can manufacture, and if something big comes in, like, yeah, that will be a thing. That will be a thing indeed. There we go. But yeah, that's like a weird industry as well. It's like you just like these resources, like literally, like, you just dig something from the ground, you pick it up from the ground, it's like, now I sell it to you for a very high price. It's pretty cool. Why don't they just get a pickaxe with fortune free and go ham on my? If only they could. If only they could. That would be crazy. Oh man, if only the world worked like a video game where you just go out and like punch shit and they just get money out of it. Like, technically it works like that, but not entirely. Like, let's say that the world worked like a video game. I think that so many people would be like way more like have way more money. Oh man, I'm actually getting tired. Maybe I should just call it a day. Maybe we just do an hour stream today. Tomorrow we have the frame cast, and then Friday we'll do something like we'll do Horizon Zero Dawn again. That means like 2 just chatting streams. God dang it! But I'm not, you know what? I like it. I like it. I like it. I had a good discussion today, even though it was like a little bit long. But yeah, an hour of crypto talk. We had an hour of crypto talk. Talking about the mining situation, talking about the GPU shortage situation, because like there hasn't been enough to talk about. But yeah, I mean, like, generally, like, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like gaming lately has been a little bit stale in the sense of not what we've been doing, because I enjoy Horizon Zero Dawn, I enjoy Apex, except for like World's Edge, because I don't like that map. But generally, like, I feel like last few years there was more hype and like more cool games around, and now it just feels like, which I can also understand because game studios are like developing from home, but it's still, you know, so, you know, this thing is like pretty much the only thing really to talk about. But yeah, we'll find more stuff to talk about tomorrow on the Framecast, because we're gonna have a bunch more topics. I don't know what we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna talk about things, probably about like some cool things that have happened, but we'll see. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. I will see you tomorrow for the Framecast, and if the Framecast doesn't happen, we'll probably play Horizon Zero Dawn and do something else on Friday. Hope you have fun, and I'll see you around for next time. Goodbye, as Sandy would say. I'll see you around.